Get my mic turned on. Get everything set up. You check everything. Check everything. Check everything. I don't know why it is like this. I'm still dark. Rhonda Prelude, what's up, girl? Swella, what's happening? Baby girl, what's going on? I got your text message, baby girl. It was the live was tonight. It's always going to be on Friday nights from that here on out. Who we got? Lonnie Lee, what's happening? Baby girl, I see you. I'm trying to set everything up as usual. Stupid old me late. Oh, I forgot the thing is over there. Let me get up here and get this thing going. Go to channel. Dynamic Reason is live. I'm just making sure I can hear myself. All right, it's loading up now. Okay, I got myself on mute. All right. I don't know why this thing is dark like this on this side, but check it out, guys. Next week, I'm moving to, because this is my first live as a single man and having the house to myself. So, you know, we're going to tear it up tonight. I'm going to use my other bedroom. I'm going to turn it into a studio. So I'm going to have more lights. I'm going to see if I can fix this dark effect that's been going on lately. Somebody said it's on the live, though. It's on the live, though. Kind lady, what's going on? Joanna Momoa, what's up? Champagne, I see you. All the YouTubers are like, somebody said that to me. I'm like, it's irritating me seeing this because it's like a shadow on one side. What it looks like on TV, well, yeah, it looks the same on TV as it does here. This is crazy, though. I don't know what's going on. I didn't do a notification today because I didn't have the time, guys. Yeah, I know I'm dark. It's something with YouTube with the live. Scorpio Mama's in the house. Tony Tates, we know you're going to be here. Yvonne Richardson, what's up? Yeah, I know I'm dark, Peggy. I don't know. Now, we got a lot of people in here tonight. Yeah, we're going to tear fire to the mic tonight, though. We had a tough week of these tough stories, and I did that video last night. I shouldn't have did that, man. I don't let emails make me mad, but that email kind of made me mad. But I was like, let me just say something, use it for a teaching lesson. But she contacted me after that, and hopefully we ironed out our differences, and I'll leave it at that. We agreed to disagree, but it's okay. Tammy Z, what's up? Special K, what's happening? Thank you so much. Hi from Oklahoma, enjoying the channel. Okay, Kimberly H. Vicky Vale. Looks the same to me, tear it up. Yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. I got some good stories for y'all tonight. I had to dig deep on these ones. Nubian Queen, what's happening? Yeah, don't kill nobody though, Swelly. You be nice. Sharon from California, shout out Cali. Hey, I got a story I did, and I'm going to premiere it after this at 8:45. So it'll be a premiere. Now, a lot of times I premiere these videos, and it can have it where, like, you know, you'll see the, thank you so much, Amy. You'll see the, you'll see where the link is like, it's a live where the comments will come up. That's a regular video. It's just a premiere where it has the countdown. A lot of times I'm not in there. I feel so bad when y'all be like, hey, Steve, how you doing? And I'm not even in there. I might watch the video like an hour later. I'm like, I hope they don't think I'm doing them dirty. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, we got almost 100 people in here. We got 34 likes. Come on. Every week I say the same thing. Let's get them likes up and get this thing rolling. We got 4 minutes and 43 seconds in here. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes. We're going to get to the 6-minute mark, and then we're going to get this thing running. You hear me? All right, 35 likes. Let's get it up to 75 likes. That's 40. There we go. That's 44. We have 44. Come on, let's go. Let's get it going. 50. Faster we get it to 75, I will start. Thank you so much, Amy Price. Rambler Rome, what's happening? Carolina R, I see you. Mine Brad 306, what's up? Another CG 64. You counting them? 67. All right. Y'all ready? Seaport, Louisiana. Shout out. You know what I mean? All right, check it out. Let's start. This first story is what's up, North Carolina? Patriot lady. This first story we're gonna call Bad Grandma. Y'all ever seen that story? That movie Bad Grandpa? I had an experience like that, but it was much more extreme. When I came down to Houston, I worked at a company where we worked on oil rigs. In fact, two of my stories is about this job, happened at this job. All of a sudden, I'm at this job and I befriend these Mexican guys, a couple Mexican guys. They was real cool. One of them was younger than me, a little bit younger than me, but he was a good-natured dude, real laid back, chill, everything, right? So one day they say, you know, they bring in like some crawfish. Now, I seen crawfish when I was up east in New Jersey at a Chinese buffet. I never liked how they taste. But when I seen the crawfish down here, because the job I was at, all of the workers was from Louisiana. So they made crawfish. I never had that before. So when I came, I'm like, damn, I smell something good like seafood. I come in the break room, they got this big tray. And one of the Mexican guys I was friends with said, yeah, I brought some of this from home. And we do this like every Saturday. So I tasted some of the crawfish. I'm like, damn, this is good as hell. He said, you got to see when my grandma make it. My grandma making it next week. When he said my grandma's making it next week, everybody in the place was like, oh, man. Oh, your grandma ain't make these? And they ain't want to eat them no more, even though they were good to me. You know? So I'm not thinking nothing of it. So whole week we working, laughing, joking like we always do. So he like, yo, Steve. He like, yo, why don't you come through? And you can meet my grandma. You can meet my family. We cool people. Come over. I'm like, all right. So I come over there, right? I'll never forget. I came over there around 2 o'clock on a Saturday. Now they were having a party for one of the, I don't know if it was a teenager. It wasn't no, that Sweet 16 thing. It wasn't that. But it was a party for a teenage girl. So when I get there, I'm the only black dude there, which means nothing to me. People are people. So when I get there and they see, you know, he brought a friend. Hey, this is my friend from work, because some of the jokes I would tell us at the job, he would go home and say them. So they knew about me, but they didn't know who I was or what I looked like. So when I got there, it was like I was a special guest. And I got to give it to my Latino folk out here, man. Y'all know how to party, man. And when you go to party with Latinos and Mexicans and stuff like that, they treat you just like you family. It's unreal. You know what I mean? Ain't no arguing, ain't no fighting, ain't no craziness. They were speaking Spanish to me like, oh, you got to learn Spanish. I said, damn, I just got here like 20 minutes ago. They started speaking Spanish and stuff to me. So it's about 20 people, more people are coming. They're getting, you know, the crawfish is being cooked. I'm watching. I'm like, damn, I've never seen that. They putting the ice on the crawfish. This is around 4 o'clock when this happened. I got there around 2, you know, it's people laughing, joking. They're playing cards. They're doing, you know, all kind of music. Nice atmosphere, very nice people. You know what I'm saying? My hat goes off. Around 4 o'clock, they start making the crawfish. Around 5 something, we're eating, right? And also making some other Hispanic dishes. We're eating. Everything's good. I'm comfortable. So I'm laughing and we talking about stuff at work. Me and him are capping. We going back and forth, cracking on each other and all this stuff, right? I'm real comfortable. Everybody's out there. And now here's the thing. Everybody was around our age. So that's the thing. And it was like some children running around, you know, that came with the people. I don't see the grandma. I'm not even thinking about that. So they like, yo, you want to meet my grandma? I forgot the word they use. Abuelita, or something like that. I was like, yeah, what is that? And like they explained to me. I said, yeah, I'll meet your grandma. She said, well, she coming out now. They bring this lady out the house, right? And this lady was old. And when I say old, she was old like she shouldn't be walking around. Oh, like 90 something years old. She was really old. She was bent over. And I said, she came out. I'm like, hey, they say, hey, this is such and such, this and that, right? So as I'm meeting her, they walk her out because she can't walk by herself. They walk her out and they like, yo, you can't get her to sit down. She is like a ball of energy. She won't stop. She don't play her age or nothing. What's up, Hazel? She don't let you like stop her. And I'm like, yo, I give her credit. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when they get old, they feel defeated and they waste away. This lady was still doing the stuff that she was doing when she was younger because she still felt as though she had a mission on this planet and a need to care for people. I got to give respect to that. You know what I mean? So anyway, we start eating the crawfish, right? Now they got beers out there and stuff. Now I don't drink beer and stuff like that, but I will once in a while. I'll drink a Corona. That's because, and this is why, because of this event. I'll drink a Corona with the lime and the salt around it because I've seen them do it. I'm like, oh, this tastes kind of good. You don't taste the beer taste. That's why I'll drink Coronas once in a while. Now watch this. We start eating the crawfish. We laughing. And I'm like, damn, it had oranges in it. And like you could taste the citrus. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm playing around. Remember I said I was comfortable with the jokes and stuff. I sing, who the hell made this? They say, Abuelita. I'm not remembering it was the grandma. So she's standing there she's sitting in a rocking chair behind us and she's fanning herself, watching everybody eat. I said, well, Abuelita's about to get fucked. This shit too good. I'm playing around though. I'm like, yo, whoever made this gonna get fucked. That's what I'm saying. And it was a candid joke, right? It was a candid joke. They say something in Spanish to this lady. And I'm not thinking nothing about it because everybody was laughing. And like, she doesn't speak English. So they're translating the stuff and I'm playing around. I'm eating. I'm not looking at it. I'm like, God damn, I'm a foodie. I love food. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, who made this? I'm like, damn. I'm like, you better watch it, grandma. I'm playing with them, but they're translating to her these jokes I'm telling. I'm like, you better watch grandma. She about to get knocked down. And I had the crawfish. I was like, I ate it. I was like playing around. She's watching the whole time. Time passed. They take her back in the house. Right now, the kitchen right there. You go up the little step, and then you go into the kitchen. And then the way the house was, you go to the kitchen. It's a deep freezer here, and then it's the bathroom right there, like coming off the kitchen. I don't see her no more. I'm not thinking. It's late. Probably around 7 o'clock. They got the music playing. They starting to play all kind of music. I'm drinking Coronas. I'm getting sleepy. I know not to drink a lot because I don't know how I be when I drink. I get tired. I'm one of them people where if I drink too much, I'll be like, yeah, take me home. I start feeling woozy. So I'm like, all right, I got to pee. Right? And this is like my second time going to the bathroom. First time, grandma was outside. I goes in the thing, grandma in the kitchen. So I see her, but like she don't see me. And I said, excuse me, I don't know nobody. I don't know these people. So like, I feel I was raised with like etiquette. You don't just bust in somebody's house, even though they're like, hey man, go ahead in there and do what you got to do. I bust in there. I see the elder. I'm like, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. So I wave at her and I smile. I'm like, hey, I go in the bathroom. As I'm in the bathroom, the floor squeaked. Like the kitchen floor is squeaking. I hear this. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, like somebody, somebody's outside the door and they're, it was a pantry there, like with like, canned goods and stuff. So I'm thinking she's standing there. So I'm standing there for a while and I come to the door and it's squeaking where I'm at. So the floor is squeaking. It's a weak spot. But like, if I step, it squeaks. If she steps, it squeaks. So we both know somebody's by the door. So I'm like, grandma, right? She don't speak English. I'm like, grandma, I'm trying to get out the door. I bump the door. I see her hand. Now, no disrespect. When people get old, their knuckles show and their hands be wrinkled. And like, like a lot of little kids be scared of old people's hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? She had them kind of hands where like they was just like, the knuckles was bulbous and like her wrist bones were bulbous. And how people had a Popeye elbows where they elbow point out their little ball. She had that. Like, that's how you know when somebody's ancient old, right? She was bent over. So when she opened the door, I seen her hands come across the door. And she opened the door and she had a ponytail. It was so not stereotypical, but it was classic, grandma ponytail with little bun with little bobby pins in it. And it was gray. It was all white. And she says, hola. And she's smiling. She has no teeth. So I'm like, hola. So I open the door and I think nothing of it. So as I'm going through the door, she's standing there. And this lady like 100. She's standing there. And, you know, she has that hump in the back. So she's standing there. And she has her hands like this. And I forgot what she said in Spanish. But they translated like, yo, you know, we'll go to that later on. But she says something in Spanish. And I'm like, what, you need help? And she keeps going like this and looking back and forth. And I'm like, you know, as it's like she's trying to tell me something. So I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand, right? So I'm smiling the whole time because she's cute to me. I'm like, you know, I don't know that they was telling her all these jokes about saying I was going to fuck her and all this other stuff. I don't know this. She's smiling. I'm seeing her teeth, her tongue's flopping in her mouth. I'm like, So I'm trying to get by her without moving her because, like, I mean, she, you know, I see him walk her out. Like, if I push her or blow wrong, she'll fall and break like glass, and then, you know, I'm getting sued. I get around her. She says, wait. Un momento. She backs up and she starts doing this, and she's saying, like I forgot the word. She was like, basically what she was saying, she wanted to fuck. She wanted some sex. And she's like, yo, give it to me. And I'm like, what? What are you talking? I'm not figuring it out. Oh my God. They had the old table with like the lace tablecloth on it. She goes to the table and she's like, and I'm thinking she old because you know old people move funny. You can't tell what their words don't go with their hands. She had a long dress on and like them old granny slippers that's dirty as hell. You know what I'm saying? She bent over and pulled her thing up. And I said, oh, like I do this thing when I get scared. I'll be like, oh. I'm loud as hell. I'm like, oh. I'm running close to her, but I'm thinking in my head, like, I can't touch this woman. Now, shout out to my Latino brothers and sisters out there that follow my channel. But some of y'all ain't shit because none of y'all told me when I first came to Texas that a lot of times these grandmas don't wear no damn drawers. Yo, this lady pulled her dress up. First she tried, but I said, whoa. I grabbed it. She turned around and she looked down like I guess like, oh, you want it this way. She leaned against the thing and pulled her dress up. I swear to God. She showed me that cat. That shit looked like a shishito pepper. It was like this. I said, what the fuck was that? Oh my God, yo, that shit looked like dragon wings. I was like, what the fuck? I felt so bad. I said, I don't want to say his name. I said, yo, such and such. He come in there. Hey, I believe there's something. And he's going off. And he's calling. All these people running there. I'm like, they about to beat the shit out of me thinking I was trying to take this old lady's cat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, your grandma, you know, I'm like, shit. But they was laughing. They was real laid back. Like, yo, she do that all the. And what they was doing when they was arguing, they was like, yo, I told you not to leave her with people that don't know her. She has some type of illness. I guess like she was senile or something, but like she be getting horny. I guess some people get senile, they get horny and shit. Yo, she showed me that flower. That shit was wilted, but the bud was still there. I said, oh, I don't want none of that. Oh, shit. Shit. Why did I tell you all that? But anyway, they laughed it off and I was embarrassed. I wound up leaving like 30 minutes later. And I know they had a good old time about that. Like, yo, because I was going back to work and they was like, yo, grandma be asking about you. I'm like, I ain't coming to the fucking house no more. It's like, grandma be asking about you. They're like, don't make me get grandma. You know she want to fuck you. They went and told all the guys. It's like 80 people at the job and they're laughing. They're laughing. But the party is like, yo, she showed. When I got outside, hold on, let me say this shit. When I got outside, right? The women, it's women there. It's more women than men. So the dudes are laughing. A lot of them drunk anyway. Girls, I said, yo, your grandma crazy. The one girl said, she showed you the gato. I said, yeah. And they spit beer out and fell out and laughed. I said, let me tell you something. I said, man, I would party with them anytime. But I can't have old elderly people there. I said, man, being Mexican might be the shit. They be getting buck wild over there, and the food good too. Shit. She showed me that cat. I saw that shishito pepper in there. Ah, it's not for me. And you know, I do stories of pervs and stuff like that. It's nothing in that that triggered any type of sexual energy to go where it was supposed to go. If anything, it fizzled out. You know what I'm saying? But that's that story, man. I went over there a few other times. She wasn't there, or she was there, but I didn't go in the house. I was dropping him off from work, so I don't want to hear no funny ass story. But yeah, that kind of scared me. I'm like, damn, what you want me for? You know what I'm saying? And I'd have put my rod in her, and she'd have had cardiac arrest when I got halfway deep. It'd have been a mess. But anyway, that's the first story. This second story, I'm gonna get mad when I tell this story, right? We're gonna call this story right here Long John Silver, like the restaurant. This is a dating story. I'm gonna give you the year. I got here in 2007 in Houston. This had to be 9, 10 years ago. It's 2012. I just, no, 2012. I just started my business, right? And with me starting my business, everything was taken off for me. I went from making $9 an hour working as an employee to well over 6 figures because I had all rich clients. And it was just crazy how the money came. I was so scared because I'm not used to having that amount of money that I just basically saved it all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to spend it because I didn't think the business was going to last. I didn't have the courage that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the confidence to see this thing through until like I took my time with it. But anyway, I start dating. I'm like, oh, I got myself together and all this other stuff. Let me start dating. I moved to a new area, more upscale area, right? Less crime, more influential people. I'm trying to meet somebody in the area, right? I go to Long John Silver's to use the bathroom one day. Because like my job, I go around and I clean aquariums most of the day, but these are aquariums I install. Like a lot of times, a lot of people don't know when you do these custom aquariums, these big in-wall aquariums and stuff, they will not have anybody else touch it except you because you're the one that made it. And a lot of other people don't want to deal with it because it's an insurance problem. If that thing leaks on them, now it's a lawsuit. So I'm like a pit crew. I go wherever the tank go. You know what I'm saying? If they move that from another house, I got that contract for life as long as that tank runs. So now, right? One day I'm driving, I'm servicing, doing a service route like normal. And I stop at Long John Silver's because I mean, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. You know how I do. Got to do the do. I got to pee. Pull over. Going to Long John Silver's, right? Now, I don't like Long John Silver's, and I don't even see how that store is still open. Any of y'all got Long John Silver's in y'all area? Them stores, try that food, nasty. Anyway, make a long story short, I go in and I say, hey, where's your bathroom? And the lady don't speak English, Spanish lady. So she calls this black girl from the back who happened to be the manager. I didn't know. She come out, her face was not that, you know what I'm saying? But she had a pretty smile and she had the bubble. And you know what happens when they have the bubble. Stevie O is in trouble. Like a dumbass. I'm not dating nobody. I see she caked up in the back. I make a sarcastic joke. Numbers are exchanged. Here I go again. Run to the bathroom, come back out. She give me her number. I jet. Week down the line, talking on the phone, boo loving as usual at night, pillow talk, the BS. You know how it go. Listen. We decide to hook up on a day off. She's off is a Tuesday, right? She come to the crib. I got a nice little loft spot, right? I'm proud of it. Come in there, she see the crib. She like, damn, you're doing good. She worked on my side of town, but she lived in Southwest. Over there off of MLK. Anybody that's in here from Houston, y'all know where MLK is. That's the story I told where I said I was with the girl that like Paula Abdul. Thank you, King Delight. I appreciate it. And she had mental problems and she had me over there in them drug houses. Pulling up, threatening people with me, saying I was a boyfriend, I had a gun. If you haven't, you got to go check that in my other lives. But anyway, So she comes over and I know my crib is the shit. So I'm like, yo, come. She's like, oh, you got an upstairs and downstairs. I'm like, yeah, it's a condo. It wasn't nothing but a townhouse, but I'm saying condo because it sound more the shit. I'm like, yeah, this is a condo. She's like, oh, it's cute and all this other stuff, right? Come in the house clean. Everything laid out. So she come in the house, we sitting there chilling and all this stuff, right? We sitting there talking, laughing, joking. We start touching, start kissing a little bit. Everything about to go as planned, you know what I mean? I'm about to do with Shorty. My phone ring, I got an emergency call. But it's an emergency call, not for work. Well, it's work related, but it's not, I had to do work. I've been trying to land this Indian client for a long time, but he was introduced to me by another client. So he wanted to bring the client in and negotiate with me while the client was there. Sometimes you get these type of issues, especially if you're black and you're doing a job that most black people don't do. A lot of people question your authenticity. It's just the way it is. You know, I got tattoos on my neck. I got tattoos on my arms. People like, I'm not going to give you $100,000 check or wire money into your business account and you look like this. So people have to vouch for you sometimes. So yeah, they like to negotiate as well. So the guy comes, I tell him the price is the price. That's it. So they said, meet us at Papa's Cantina, right? Over there in Richmond. It's like a Mexican restaurant. It's like Papa's is a branch out here. So they got Papa's Seafood, Papa's Steakhouse, Papa's Cantina. They got all these different things. So Papa's Cantina on Richmond Avenue, I go meet him. I got her in the car. I don't have time to run her back all the way over to MLK because her car was down that day. In fact, no, her car, she drove, but we went in my car and her phone, she had her phone in my car. I want you guys to remember the phone. So we drive and you know, like somebody do something on a date and you give them strike 1, 2, and 3, you know, different times. This motherfucker went and did something so bad, I gave her strike 3. I skipped 1 and 2 and I'm gonna tell you what she did. Go over there, right? I said, stay in the car. I'll be right back in about 20 minutes. I said, I got a seal deal with this guy I've been trying to land for like 3 or 4 months. I said, it's business. Now, the whole time I'm driving, I've got the guy on speakerphone and he's like, Steve, when you come here, just, you know, smile. And, you know, he's giving me the heads up, like, you know, because this guy's hard to work with. He was a doctor at that. In fact, he's still one of my clients. So it did work out. But anyway, go up in there. She hearing all the speakerphone stuff and stuff. So I'm telling her to be quiet. After I get off the phone, because I'm, you know, real professional with it, this her staring at me. Damn, you make serious moves. I love seeing. I don't know why I'm doing the neck and the voice. It's the way it sounded and the way I felt. So just bear with me with these facial expressions. I love to see a man take care of his business. Oh, you black and you doing this and you do. I'm like, this is nothing. In my head, I'm like, this is nothing. So I'm like, yeah. And I don't do business in front of people. And I don't let people really know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because it alters the way they feel about you. And if they have an agenda, they can play a role. You know, they put a mask on and be anything you want them to be to get something from you. It's just life. I stop, stay in the car. I'll be back in 20 minutes. I see him walking in and shaking hands with the guy and he checks his watch. I'm 1 minute late. I'm a time person when it comes to this. I jump off the car. Hey, I'm here. All stupid. I run in there, shake his hand, sit down. We talking. So I forget that I don't have a pen. Now I don't ask anybody, even if it was a pen, that, you know, my client's friend has a pen, my other client, I don't want to say, hey, give me your pen. This guy is about to give me major Lucci. I cannot go in there and ask for money and I have a pen. People will pick you apart. They expect you to, you know, play the part, be punctual, all that other stuff, right? I text her, bring me a pen in here. She comes in, right? She got a big panther tattoo that runs, like the tail is like up here and it runs down her back. It's very nice. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's big. So anyway, I said, bring me a pen. I said, when you come in here, give me the pen. Don't speak to these gentlemen. Don't speak to them. Give me the pen and walk back out. She had on black pants and a white shirt. It was just like the waiters. It would have looked like she was a waiter or something. So she comes in. the instructions I gave was clear, right? They were just clear. Just come in, give me the pen. Don't even look at them. Just leave. She gives me the pen. Hi. They're like, hi. I start signing it, writing down the thing and talking. The chair next to us just moves. And she sits down. I was furious. Hot. Now you fucking with my money. I told your ass to stay in the fucking car. The Indian dude like this. So who is this? Your wife? This is you? She knew my last name. And I'm not saying it on here. She's like, yeah, I'm Mrs. And stuck her hand out. She had gaudy ass. And this is the manager at Long John Silver's. So her nails was ghetto and like they ain't been done in a while because she was broke. So they was nasty and broke off. Some nails were broken. They still had to, she stuck that witch hand out. He was like, He lifted that hand and he grabbed it and he did like this. I was so fucking embarrassed. I said, okay, now that we got past the formalities, can you go sit in the car real quick? I'm looking at her like when you get outside, I should make your punk ass walk all the way across Houston. He gives me the check, right? When he gives me the check, I leave. We all walk out. He smokes a cigarette. I'm standing there talking to him. My partner's there. When my partner leaves, the guy that helped me with it, my other client, when he walks off, I'm supposed to walk off and then the dude will finish the cigarette and leave. I don't know why it was like a James Bond damn movie, but it was just certain type of etiquette. When you in these circles, people are just weird. All right, I'm out of here. Yeah, me too. Thanks a lot, Dr. Such and Such. Got the check in my pocket. Now, I got on a white shirt, dress pants. I go in there. I get in the car. I'm driving. He's walking and he's going across this, right? Now, he knows I'm in the car, but he's just walking and minding his business. Okay, doctor, I see you. I see you. I like your shoes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Why are you doing that? The way she screamed, hey, Doc. He already ain't scared, he ain't embarrassed. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving. I don't say nothing. I said, why did you do that? Oh, boy, I ain't doing that. No, I mean, it's good sometimes when they know you got if they think you got a wife and stuff. I said, do you see a ring on my hand? I said, do you know you almost cost me thousands of dollars in there? Oh, stop. I mean, come on. Damn. When I got the check, she acted totally different. So, I mean, what you going to do with the money? Let's go shopping or something. I couldn't believe she came. I said, okay, the truth come out. Now, I don't even want the CUDA. I mean, I didn't want the CUDA anyway after that hijinks in there. That old goofy ass, you know what I'm saying? Stop. I almost forgot the one part. When I said she got to go back to the car, right? She don't go back to the car. I'm glad I remember. She don't go back to the car. She goes to the front where the thing is, and you know those mints they give you, those little peppermints? She asked for peppermints, but she's watching the table to see if he give me the check. Once he give me the check, because we got up like right after, almost a little bit after her. So when we got up and was leaving out, I pull a card out, a business card, because he needs one for the office for his secretary to call me when we have emergencies. That's the only reason why I use business cards. I get the card out. This her. Oh, she got a card in her hand. Now she far enough away to where she can't hear the conversation. So that's how I know she was hawking. Oh, excuse me. She come over there. Give me a card of I need something over there. Damn, I'm unprepared. She got a card. Let me know if you want some free food or something. I'm professional too. I'm a manager at Long John Silver's. Oh my God, why'd you say that? The Indian guy, I don't know what the fuck that is. He's like, Long John Silver's, like the pirate, like the sailor. I've never heard of this. Is it a nice restaurant? Oh yeah, I take good care of you, doctor. You come on in. You fuck around and get food poisoning. She gave me free food one time and I got diarrhea. It was a mess. Like, eat that shit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't feed it to my dogs. I'm like, yo, the nerve of some people just ignorant as hell. You're just gonna sit up there and just interject yourself in it. I'm hot. You get in the car. I said, what we gonna do? We gonna go shopping. I seen a place with go-karts. I should have stopped and bought one. Take your fucking ass right across that motherfucking the Galleria area and go right back over there to MLK and run that fucking mile. Hot. I ain't even went in the car. So we get back to the house, right? Now, I'm one of them people where I don't get an attitude and be mad. Like, because I hate being mad at somebody and then having them around me. You know what I'm saying? I want to say what I got to say and get the fuck out of there. So she was supposed to stay the night. All of a sudden, we driving. I'm mad. I don't know if y'all, when I get angry, my body get hot. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Not in a good way. The back of my neck will sweat when I'm like irate. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. It's just a weird thing I do, right? Y'all probably sweat other places, but I mean, that's your business. Back of my neck got hot. I'm driving. My shit like you could put an egg on. I'm like, ah. All of a sudden, when she said the thing about shopping, I was like, ah. And I hate that trying to laugh when you want to be like, man, if you don't get your ass out my car. So look, we driving. One of her kids, the nurse calls. You got to go pick your kid up from school. You got a fever of 104 and all this other stuff. And she's like, oh, damn, we're going to have to cut the short thing. You want me to come back? I said, I'll call you because I got to do some paperwork and I might have to go over there and take measurements at the doctor's house. And I'll let you know, we'll get back up. But most definitely, in the back of my head is, this motherfucker never see me again. She'll never see me again, right? Get to the house. She jump out the car, jump in her car. Well, she grabbed the bag out the house, jump in her car and leave. Not thinking nothing of it. I go in the house. I'm chilling. It's hot outside. Summertime. I'm chilling in the air for about 4 or 6 hours. I happen to go outside to the car. I hear this. She left her phone in the car. Remember I said, remember the phone? She was in the car with me. The phone on the side of the seat is vibrating against the center console. So she like, yo, I pick up the phone. Now, when she left, she showed on the front of her phone, it was a gay dude, right? And I'm like, who the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's like, oh, that's just my roommate. He a gay dude. I'm not thinking nothing of it, right? She's like, the phone is ringing. The gay dude's calling. When the gay dude, I answer the phone, the gay dude like, who is this? I said, who is this? I said, I'm gonna set her name. I said, this is such and such phone. She was with me earlier. What did he say? Oh, she said, can you bring the phone over here? I said, yeah, I can bring the phone over here. And then he was like, don't look in the phone. I'm like, why would I look in the phone, bro? I said, that's somebody's business because she ain't had no code on the phone. So I'm like, it made me mad because first of all, I'm a straight dude. It made me mad when he came and like tried to spit rainbows on me, but like the aggressiveness, I had a problem with that. So I'm like, nah, I'm on my way over there. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna say something to my man and see what it's about. Because I'm already mad at her. And now he coming and trying to snap. And I was nice to him on the phone. Nah, I'm driving. Because I don't want him to come back to the house. So I will drive to you and give you the phone. Driving, right? I'm looking at the phone. I'm looking at the phone. And what was funny is when we was driving to this job, right? She puts PORN on the phone. And she's like, You ever see this couple? They be like doing it. I love that. And I'm like, why are you showing me this? But in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna knock it down. That's good. That's cool. I'm cool with it. I'm thinking, I'm driving. I ain't shit. I'm driving. I'm mad at the dude. Don't look in the phone. I keep looking at the phone like, what do you mean don't look in the phone? Look in the phone. Hell, she got in my business. I'm gonna get in hers. I grabs the phone. Yo, the gay dude is not only her roommate, she messing around with the dude. It was videos and everything. They doing some crazy stuff in there. I said, yo, and one of them was one of the videos was the day before she was with me. Now, I didn't mess with her, luckily. But she was messing with old boy. And I said, she think it's sweet. Oh, she one of these chicks. I said, okay. I'm driving. I look at the text messages because she was texting in the car when we was driving. The gay dude, she was texting. And she was like, oh, I'm about to make moves with him. He about to give me $10,000 off of this deal. She like, the gay dude, girl, get him for all he worth. Suck him off like you do me. That means she had that throat go. You know what I'm saying? She had that bad in the throat. It'd have been nice to experience, but not now. Hell no, I don't mess around like that. I'm hot. I'm like, they try to play me. I'm just doing anything to make myself mad, right? I'm like, they trying to play me? Hell no. Now I'm driving fast. I go over the South Loop, right? I get over there. I pull up. Hey, where you at? She come out. Hey, you still mad? I said, nah. I said, here's your phone. And I seen him standing over there. He with some other girls, and he started twerking like this, like playing around with the girls, like trying to make them laugh. As soon as I seen it, it set me off into a tizzy or whatever the fuck it is, that word. It just set me off. I said, hey, tell my man right there. I said, that's your roommate, the gay dude? I said, tell him to come here. Tell him to come here. And then he looked and I said, hey, come here. I don't want her to, my man, come here, let me holler at you real quick. So I get out the car and I'm standing on the side, but I cock my legs to where I can fire on him. I can fire on him if he gets slick. You know what I mean? Because like he was talking real tough on the phone, and I can hear in the back like, "Oh boy, stop!" Like, don't play with people like that. You know what I mean? He come up. What's that? I was only playing on the phone. He tried to shake my hand. I just looked at his hand. I said, "Man, you gotta know you can't play with people like that." I said, "I'm not from down here." I said, "I don't know how y'all do it on this side of town." I said, "Man, I'm a grown man like you. You called and asked me to do a favor, and then you sitting up here getting slick on the phone for no reason. I didn't say anything to set you off. You hear what I'm saying?" The way he was coming off was like, how like you be on the phone with a girl and then she got a girlfriend in the back that want attention, so they keep getting slick at the mouth and like, you know what I mean, like trying to get on the phone too. He was doing that, but he was on the phone. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this her. I was wondering, after you get the check clears, because I said the check will clear next week, because you know what I'm saying? Because like when she asked about the shopping, I'm like, this check won't clear the next week. She had the nerve to say, this is the first time I was hanging out with her. If the check clear, I'm having problems with my rent way behind. Can you loan me like $10,000? That right there verified what old boy said. I said, no, I can't loan you $10,000 fucking dollars. And I said her name. I said, you will never see me again. And I never told her I wanted my phone. I said, you very disrespectful. I said, you fronting and all this other stuff like you something that you not. I said, you going in there and talking about, I started saying all the stuff she was doing. Here come the loudness. You know what? I ain't got that. I just walked and got in the car. We ain't gonna go with the sass mom. Skirt, and I took off. Just left them. But I mean, man, she could have cost me thousands of dollars, man, trying to make herself be known. And then the card she gave the doctor was dirty. It had like dirt on it, like it was in her pocket. He was all afraid. I'm like, oh my God, like no business sense at all, none. And I'm like, this, yeah, you're right, Chi-Chi, it was insane. I'm lucky I still got this client. So that was that story. Man, that was 45 minutes, 2 stories. This next story, we're going to call KK or Little Keith. I dated, this is another dating story, but this is a dating story from back in the day in Jersey. I'm dating this lady, this girl, this light-skinned broad, right? Pretty ass face, nice body, sweet as can be. I mean, she was wifey material, right? But she had this little boy. I knew the boy's father too. The boy's father's locked up for life from killing somebody, but I knew the boy's father. And Creative Home Girl Home said, "What's up?" So it was kind of weird, like trying to mess with her and him. And like, you know, people know, it's like she knows I was friends with him, and she knows I know him. But like, you know, over time, people mature and they go in different ways. You could see his attraction between me and her. Little boy, I know him. You know what I'm saying? He called me Steve. Little boy, wild though, bad. He about 11 years old, bad as shit. Always cussing out in the street, saying stuff only adults know. He know how to cuss like a grown up. It's crazy stuff. Always inviting people to his generals, grabbing his meat, and just even like a little ass man. And I'll just like, look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it lived a block over from where I was at. So I went to a kids party at Chuck E. Cheese in Cherry Hill at the time. I don't even know if that's still out there, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. She was there. We laughing and joking, and she came from some previous event. Like, I don't know if it was a wedding or whatever, but she looked good. She looked good. So I'm looking like, damn, I can't believe that's her, because I ain't never seen her dialed up. She was pretty, but when they put that war paint on, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Talking, laughing with her, joking with her. I know her, she know me. We really didn't know nobody, so like we was just around each other. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, we wound up dipping off. I didn't have a car at this time too. So I drove back with her. Keith in the car, he got balloons. He mad because he had to go to the party, but like the party, she was at the party because the party was for a work friend that invited her, and they was a good friend. So Keith mad because he older. He don't feel like he want to be there. So they got these blow up balloons and all stuff. She driving. I'm in the back. I mean, in the front of the car. Keith in the back. Little ass KK in the back. He taking the damn. It's like a balloon sword, and he's popping me in the head hard as hell. Boom, boom. Shut up, Steve. Boom. She laughing. He bad, right? Stop saying that y'all kids is bad. That empowers them to do more bad shit because they think that's how they get attention. Seriously. I said, hey man, stop. Okay, all right, stop. All right, okay, listen. I got children his age. Stop. Boy, stop. That last time I turned, he hit me in my eye. I immediately turned niggeroni and cheese. You shovel head motherfucker. I swear I'm about to fuck your son up. Now I'm about to fuck you. I just changed. I couldn't take it no more. He was testing my gangster. You know what I'm saying? I'm old enough to be your dad. You acting stupid. Tell me you shut up and hit me in the eye. I wanted payback. I wanted to fight him. Hell no. I seen him in the street. I mean, he knows the street code. You don't do that. Check it out. He gets home. In my head, I'm ignorant as hell. Look how ignorant I am. I said, now, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck your mom. You know, that's how I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna fuck your mom. He don't know what I didn't say it to him, but in my head, I'm like he's a kid. I can't, I'm gonna dick his mom down. That'll fix him. Like he would know. So anyway, right? That doesn't happen, and I go home. Some months pass. He done stole somebody's bike. They looking for Keith. I'm like, I just seen Keith. So now I hear, Keithy, KK, come out. His mom outside with a belt. She's trying to swing and look stupid. He doing wheelies going up and down the street on his bike. The little boy on the corner crying. He drive off. I said, all right, let me go out there and see. I should have minded my goddamn business. Let me go out there and see. I had my friend Steve with me. And I'm like, let me go out there and see. You know, because I seen how he was riding a bike. I used to run track. He can't outrun me getting up to speed. I just grabbed the bike. And I said, I might be able to just rough him up a little bit after hit me in my eye. The beef was still on. Fuck that. I ain't get mine. All of a sudden, I come up. He see me. I said, man, come here, man. Put the bike down. He go and give me the finger and do a wheelie. When he popped the wheelie, I was done. When he popped the wheelie, that was like the ultimate hood disrespect. He threw the bike up on me like, fuck you. Everybody laughed. I was hot. I takes off running after him. That motherfucker took off on that bike so fast. I was running and I lost my balance and I fell. And like, you know how like the curb is like right here. And then like, it's the curb, like the curb go up like this. And it's like the street. I fell and like I slid. I fell like I'm on face. And all this dirt flew and it tore my shirt and everything. And everybody's like, oh, in the hood, people laugh when you get hurt. All you heard was, Steve got dicked. You saw him. I got up. I was like, I'm going to kill this motherfucker. I jump in my car. He heads down 27th Street. Some of y'all from Camden, y'all know. He heads down 27th Street. Now down there, it's an overpass. Like the kind cars go over. And it's a train yard. I'm driving down there. Coming up on him, he in the street, he see me, he jumps off the bike. When he gets to the curb, I cut him off like the police. He take off running around the corner. Now I'm mad. I said, I'm gonna fuck you up. Your mom said I can fuck you up when I catch you. I'm chasing him. He going over the overpass, I'm hawking him. So I'm like coming up on him like this, I'm using the track speed. Yeah, little motherfucker. Now it's cars coming, so he can't run in the street. I'm running behind him. Now it's a train yard right there. And it got to be like a 16-foot drop. And they got them coal cars down there. You know what this motherfucker did? He ran, jumped up on the thing, gave me the finger, and just fell off of it. Off the bridge, just and just flipped off the thing. When he did that, I thought he was dead. I'm like, I done killed this boy. So I'm like, KK! I run to the thing. I look down, I see him, he landed in the coal car, right? He dirty as hell, because he high yellow skin, like almost white looking. He dirty as hell, coming off the ladder, and he gave me the finger. I walked back to my damn car, got in the car, drove back. I said, yo, you need to put your son in the home. He's crazy. I said, he'll be back here. I said, he's dirty as hell. It ain't my fault. He jumped off the train bridge. Everybody's like, what? He did that? I said, he jumped off the train bridge. The way I said it, I thought she was going to be shocked. I'm like, yo, this nigga jumped off the train bridge. He landed on the train, get off the thing. He gave me the finger. She busts out laughing. He said, Steve, he always doing that. He loved trains. He'll jump off that thing all the time. Because I remember one time the cops brought him home. That was because he kept jumping off the thing. This dude was a wild child. Now, that's the end of that story. I never chased him or touched him again. But I will tell you this, though. He wound up passing when he was around 19, 20 years old. He wound up selling drugs and just being in the street, and he lost his life. Rest in peace to KK. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, from a younger standpoint, man, some people just like doing devil shit and like they love doing what they're doing. I can't believe he never even looked. He was running. I got close. He saw me, got up on the thing, about 15 feet away from me, 15 feet. I'm running up on him. I'm like, you better stand right there. He laughed, and he just flew over the damn thing. I'm like, he never looked. What if it was no train on that track? That would have been bad. I would have looked over there and saw his brains out there like scrambled eggs, and I'd have walked up the thing like, last time I seen him, he run over the bridge. But man, I mean, that right there, I was like, I'm not dealing with nobody else's kids no more. This is a mess. So that's the story of him. I went to his funeral too, but he was sad. But you know, that was that. But we're gonna go to the next story. Y'all ready? Okay. This is a John Watts story. Y'all love hearing about my grandfather. We're gonna call this the Wizard of Oz. I mentioned this story a few times. I've been saving it. My granddad, right? You know, it's we almost at the 1 hour mark. So I got to hit the Mountain Dew real quick. Y'all don't mind, do y'all? With the pinky up. My throat is getting parched. Anyway, check it out. My granddad had this thing with Puerto Ricans when we was young, right? I don't know why he had a problem with them. And he would just be saying crazy stuff like, they come in the neighborhood and they multiply by the thousands and they push you out. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm a kid. And he would always vent with me. And he would say stuff like, because like they would be fixing their cars in their yard and stuff. He was like, look at them. They're born with degrees in mechanics. They always know. I'm like, yo, this dude is so my granddad is so fucking racist. But he would be friends with him. And I'm like, why do you say that? And then like, he would just say crazy stuff, right? So around the corner, we had a property that we was renting. Next door to the property, it was a house, like it was across the street. It was like a four corners. Our house that we own was on this corner, and then across the street in a chain link fence, surrounded by a chain link fence, was this other house. The other house had some Puerto Rican people in it. The guy used to beat his wife and beat his kids real bad. The kids would come out and play with us. They would come down to our street. Our street had the most kids. And they would have bruises on them. So my granddad seen that shit. And he like, yo, whose kids is them? Somebody, them kids, you know, John Watch don't play that shit. I'm thinking they just getting their asses beat from being bad. I'm not thinking they was getting abused, which they were. The guy would come home on Fridays, drink, he beat his wife, he beat these kids. One of the kids was beat so bad one time that they were hospitalized. And my grandma broke the news to me like, yo, such and such is in the hospital. The dad beat up, the woman was in the hospital too. So they wound up coming out the hospital. Time passed. Now, John Wash is like he's like a predatory cat. He's like me. He'll hold something in his head for a long time. And you'll not know anything. And all of a sudden, pop goes the weasel. He'll remind you of some shit that you did to him. And I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Me and him are driving in the car one day. I never forget it. And we're coming up it was a Saturday. We just went to the barbershop. We came back and we was pulling up and my grandma sent him to do something. He said, I'll go get it. And we driving up the street. As we're going up the street, we hear a bunch of screaming and hollering. Now, I don't know if any of y'all ever heard domestic violence when a man is beating on a woman. That is a horrific sound. It sounds like somebody's getting stabbed to death. It just seemed like somebody getting killed. I hear this. I said, you hear that? He said, yeah. He drove up in his car like, Rrr. He stopped. I didn't even know where it was coming from. He stopped and he seen. The guy was beating the boy with a belt. And the boy was on the ground. And the guy was beating the boy with the belt real bad. The lady standing there. He punches the lady like in a movie. The lady falls to the side on the steps. He kicks the lady in like up here, like on the neck, shoulder. He started beating her with the belt. I see all this after my granddad's bigger than me at the time. Thank you, Heather. When he jumped out the car, I can see. He jumps out the car so fast, he forgets to put the car in park. So the car is moving. I'm like, Dad. He looks back, goes and puts the car in park and then takes off. My granddad hopped that fence, right? And punched this dude so hard from a running start. He hit this dude, I mean, dead on, like Tyson. My man was knocked out cold. He slid like 10 feet, right? Because like they had a sprinkler on when they was watering the grass. And he slid under the house. He had on chanclas. Y'all know what chanclas are? Like the thong sandals, the slippers. You know, they just had the thong sandals were fitting. He had on chanclas. One of his chanclas came off. He punched this motherfucker so hard that this motherfucker flew because the house was on bricks. You know, that was like the only house in my area I've ever seen on bricks. And he slid under the damn house, like under there, like to where like half of his calves was sitting out. And he had one chancla on and one chancla off. And I remember saying he reminded me of the Wicked Witch of the East, where like the house landed on her and the feet was sticking out and shit. He was like, so this is the part that's funny. After he did that, he stood over my man. Like my man was in the house, but he stood there and my granddad was just heaving like. And I said, that's personal. He must have been thinking, you know, it's messed up that my children have to see other children that should be having a good time being beat on and not understand what's happening. And nobody should do that to anybody. And I think that's why he punched him like that. I mean, he drove into him. I thought he killed him. The man never moved. He was just under there. And we wound up going down the street. He got back in the car. And we went back around the house. And he said, you better not say nothing to your grandma. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. He's like, you better not say nothing. I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. Got in the house. It was like 5 minutes later. He dropped me off and left. 5 minutes later, I'm like, yo, guess what happened? Dad just punched the Puerto Rican man around the corner and he flew into the house. My grandma was like, what? She got on the phone, started calling her mom and all this. Johnny's at it again. He's out here fighting. Somebody gonna kill him. We got insurance though. He better stop. I don't know why he got the resolve problems with his fist. I said, the guy was beating on a lady. My grandma was a gossip house. She like, oh, Stevie just said it. I said, why you say my name? Stevie just said he was beating on me. And Johnny went over there. He better stop playing hero. He gonna get killed. Like, it's always something with death or something. My grandma used to smoke cigarettes like a Navajo Indian. You know what I'm saying? And everything is gonna kill you, but she's smoking herself to death. What's going on? But anyway, man, come to find out, he went back around to see if the guy was okay. They called the ambulance, got the guy. And like my granddad would do this stuff, he'd never go to jail. It's like he would whip ass, and then like him and the guys would make up and like hug and shit, and like the cops would come and like nothing would happen. It was the craziest thing. But anyway, they called the ambulance. The guy left, and you know, I never heard nothing else about it. I didn't even see them really that no more. I guess he told them, hey, don't go around and play with them kids no more. And like I think they probably moved away. But y'all want another John Wise story? This one crazy. Y'all want another Heart of Inspiration? Thank you so much. Y'all want another story? John Wise story? This one crazy. Check this out. You know, my granddad, you know, I had to go to Jehovah's Witness Church till I was 16, right? So I'm like 17, about a year out of going to church. And I'm fully back to normal and, you know, in the street. Not when I say in the street, I'm just saying like, you know, I know I don't have to go to church no more and all that stuff. My grandmom and granddad get to arguing on Sunday morning. It's in the snow. Like it's snowing. It's like a snowstorm. And my grandma, like, I'm not going out there. I got ass. And my granddad's like, oh, Jehovah needs us. We got to go there. And you're always saying excuses when it's weather, but you'll go play the damn lottery. You're a hypocrite, bunny. And they would just go back and forth. So she said, I ain't going. So he said, fine, I'll go serve the Lord myself. Gets in the car and he leaves. Not thinking nothing of it. Service starts at 10 o'clock. 12 o'clock is over. He comes in the house like clockwork, 12:11, 12:15-ish p.m., noon, right? 12 o'clock comes, nothing happens. Now I'm home watching the Eagles. 1 o'clock comes, nothing happens. 2 o'clock comes, nothing happens. 3 o'clock, then 4 o'clock. It's starting to get dark. We didn't have cell phones back then, so we just got to wait for him to arrive. We know nobody attacked him or nothing because they know better than that. We're sitting there. Snowballs start hitting the house. Boom! Big ass boulders. Boom! I said, who the hell is doing that? You know, kids throw snowballs, they hit the house sometimes, you know. But they keep hitting the door, and then like this big ass block just hit the you know, you had the storm door with the glass slides where you turn it and they open up like this with the screen door. It was one of them. So when you hit it and the glass touch each other, they make real loud noise. I'm getting up. I see it. I'm like, who is that? I start walking. This big ass boulder like of snow just hits the door. Boom! I said, what the fuck? I look out the window. My granddad like 20 feet away. He threw this big ass thing like a fucking Yeti. You know what I mean? Like you a Bigfoot. He's throwing these things. And I'm like, why is he doing that? So he like, I see this cane. I said, what the hell? A cane? He gets out the car. One of his pant legs all the way up to the hip is cut. Right? The butt part, the butt part, like part of the butt part is cut. Like somebody cut it. And he got a cast on almost all the way up to his hip, all the way down to hold on. I just got a new story I forgot about. I'm gonna tell y'all about. That's the first on this live. I got a story I have to tell y'all after this one. Y'all gonna scream. And he got a cast all the way up his leg, and like his leg is stiff and his toes is out. I said, what happened? I'll explain it in the house. He got a cane. He like, get me out the car. My granddad like 210 pounds. I'm a skinflint at this time. Snow high as hell. He pulling on me. I'm falling in the snow. I got on shorts. I wasn't prepared to go outside. He falls on me. I goes in the snow. I think I'm drowning. He landed on my head. He can't move. I'm like, this him. I'm going to get up off you in a second. Hold your horses. I can't breathe because the snow is pressed in my face. It took like 20 seconds. It was like hell on earth. I'm like, you're killing me. Get up. He's like, just brush your face off. I get up. He just slaps the shit out my face. Like, you know, old people got heavy hands. Like, it was just like catcher's mitt. So he handles softness. So he like, I get up. I'm like, man, you almost choked me. He laughing about it. We walk in. I said, how you break your leg? Listen to this. We got in the house. My grandmom sat him down. She was like, Johnny, I told you not to go out in that snowstorm. All you heard was, shut up, bunny. She was like, how did you break your leg? So we sitting there talking to him, right? He got his foot up on the coffee table with a pillow under it. He said he was getting out the car and it was ice. Because like the way our church was, it used to be a little hill you had to go up on. And it was like on the embankment. I guess for when rainwater comes, it wouldn't puddle up there where the cars parked. But it was an incline. He goes to get out with them church shoes on. And when he went to get out, he landed awkwardly. He broke, this is his foot, and this is his calf, and then this is the big part. He said he got out the car and he slipped under the door. And when he went to grab the door, he pulled the door back. So the door hit his calf, broke his calf, right? And then as he hit the ground, the weight broke the middle part of his upper thing. So he broke it in two places. He broke both of the bones. I said, how the hell did he do that? Guess what he did though? He did this when he was getting out the car. He went into the fucking church and went through the service because he had to speak that week. How did he do that? How did he pull that off? You broke your tibia and fibia. And he showed us the thing, right? The tibia was cracked and like the bone was like jutted off a little bit, but the calf was a clean break on an angle. How did he do that? She said Jehovah did it. We still talk about that when all of my friends came out. Yo, remember John Watts both part of his leg and he went there and did church. Then he said he stayed there for an hour. He said he cut his speech short, right? Because they speak in the first part of the service. He said he cut his speech short by 10 minutes. And then he went back to the car and left. He never told him why he had to leave. And he went to the hospital. He said his foot and leg was twice his size. My granddad had some big thighs and calves. I said, I couldn't imagine. Yo, he could take pain like a motherfucker. Except for when those bees stung his ass up. But anyway, that's that story. John Watts was a trooper for real. Check it out. This next story, we gonna call Butt Out Jeans. This happened in 4th grade with me. I'll never forget this shit. Y'all remember Living Color? That show in Living Color back in the day, right? I got teased like crazy when Jamie Foxx did that skit about when he was Prince and he had the butt out jeans and he was dancing and his ass was out. I think I created that in 4th grade. Swear to God, it was in the 80s. I think I'm the one that created this shit. I went to school one time and decided to get smart mouthed with the teacher because it was a little girl in there I liked. So I'm going to try to act like I'm a little man and get slick with this teacher. Now, I went to a primarily black school, ghetto school, so I had this teacher named Miss Lucas. Now, when you're young, you don't know what color is and stuff like that, but Miss Lucas talked like people on TV. You know, like she had perfect English. So basically, you know, back in the day, a lot of times it was mainly white folks on TV. Miss Lucas sound like them. So when she would say certain things, it would be like cliche because she would say stuff that's on the TV because we were young kids. I was like in 3rd grade. So I would get cliche and say something back. Like if we watched Different Strokes with Arnold or something like that, and it'd be like a funny catch line, I would say it back to her, but it would sound so smart and insensitive. I didn't know she wrote a warning to my grandma multiple times. My grandma never said that. She said, you know what, Stevie, you keep cutting up in school, I'm going to tell your dad. She never did that. So I was like, fuck off. I kept doing it. One day, I'm in school. And this is when we had Lee jeans first, and then it was Wranglers too. Remember Wranglers? So we go to school, and I'll never forget it. I had on some Lee jeans, and my granddad came up to the school, and he told me, he said, he just came to class and he stood there with the belt. He was standing there. I didn't see him. So, you know, when somebody comes into class, a bit as kids keep looking back. I'm over there drawing on my thing, and the teacher is like not saying anything because my grandma called her and said my granddad was going to come in class. Like a dumbass, I see my granddad leaving. He's only staying there for about 40 seconds. Then he left. I don't think nothing of it, right? I saw the man leave out. I saw that little peanut head. I'm like, damn, that look like my granddad, but I didn't really pay attention. I go back to school. Now, my granddad was working a different shift at this time, so he went to work while I'm in school. Like, he just stopped in before work and he went to work. So second half of the day, I cuts the fuck up. I'm going to get your granddad. This me. You ain't going to get nobody. You don't know my granddad. I'm just talking shit. You can't tell me nothing. You don't know nothing, Miss Lucas. Shut up. Back in the day, you don't tell a grown-up, shut up. I'm slick at the mouth. Shut up, Miss Lucas. Everybody like, ooh, you can't tell me shit. I think I'm the man. I can't. She's like, you say that again, I'm going to tell the principal. I was like, shut up. You know, back then, like, yeah, stupid shit little kids do. That motherfucker so hot, she went and told my grandma. Usually she used to take me to McDonald's after school and at lunchtime sometimes. I said, we go to McDonald's? She was like, no. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm not thinking that, you know, kids think they bulletproof. I get home. I had a pair of corduroys that I liked a long time ago. You know, we used to wear corduroy pants. And like the knees, you know, from kids playing, the knees would like wear out and we would have patches. And my grandma was like, you ain't wearing them no more because they got patches. I'm not putting patches on you. You're going to look like a poor kid. Me, I don't care. I want my corduroys to say. My corduroys started getting too tight too. So anyway, my grandma, I'm like, yo, I'm like, I'm going to wear these pants tomorrow. She's like, you ain't wearing them pants. I goes off on her. You know, I'm feeling myself. I'm wearing my corduroys then. Stevie, you're not wearing the corduroys. I'm wearing the corduroys. I thought it was a fit. My grandma was talking to my granddad on his break and heard me cutting the fuck up. She started talking and telling on me. Yeah, you was in school being smart with that teacher, and she was just setting me up. And I'm like, she told me to shut up. I told her to shut up. Ain't nobody scared of her. My granddad's furious on the phone. He don't say nothing. This is what John Wash did. Next morning, we wake up. He said, Bunny, stay in bed. Give him the corduroys, the ones that's too tight, and put them out and fold them a certain way. When he come downstairs, right, have his clothes out, his favorite shoes, had the corduroys there, make the corduroys on the bottom. Yo, I come downstairs. Sometimes my granddad would take me to school, and I'm like, you know, hey, your mom's asleep. I'm gonna take you to school. I'm like, okay, cool. I go to put the corduroys on. Not only do they got patches on them where I look like a poor kid, the butt cheeks cut out. It was almost like thong, like 2 circles around where the butt cheeks is, the ass part. And John Wash is not an artist, so he cut them shits real fucked up. I used to wear Fruit of the Looms, the tighty whities. I put these on, these pants tight on my butt, and you could see the white of my underwear between the cheeks. My granddad said, I said, something wrong with these pants. No, they're not. I said, they got holes in them. Look, I don't see nothing, Stevie. I said, look, I can't wear these. I don't see nothing. And he grabbed at his belt like he was tugging on a tool. I shut the fuck up. He said, you're going to wear this when we had like the sweaters with the hoodies with the zip. He said, you're going to wear that around you. Because kids used to do that. He said, you're going to wear that around you. Because I don't know how to iron. Like he was setting it up. You know, like you ain't going to be embarrassed because you know I don't play the embarrassing shit. He said, but you're going to go. He was setting me up to go to school. We goes to school. When he drops me off, they used to leave off. I noticed when he drops me off, I'm playing with the kids. I'm not thinking about nothing. My ass out. They don't know I got this thing tied around my waist. We go into class. When we go into class, somebody calls Miss Lucas to the office. My granddad's there. We in class throwing paper. I get up front, I'm dancing and shit, all kind of stupid stuff. Class clown, dumb shit. My granddad came in the room. I seen him. I immediately turned into a soldier. I tried to march to the damn desk. I was like the second desk. Like it was like 5 desks across and it was like 6 desks back. I was like in the middle desk, but I was the second row. So I ain't had that far to walk. I tried to like move. He's stay up there. Stay your butt up there. Put your hands on that wall. Dad, can we talk? Shut your mouth. He pulled the belt off. Everybody like. Now I'm going to show you how parenting was different and children feared the belt. Even if they wasn't getting beat, they feared that shit. When he ripped that belt off and grabbed that shit like Excalibur, all them kids. You know what I'm saying? Miss Lucas was like, I'm going to go outside. I don't want to see this. You know, in Jersey back in the day, white folks didn't beat ass. I didn't know white people beat ass until I came out here in Houston. I never saw that. Like, I'm being dead honest. So she was like, I got to excuse myself. I can't see this happening. You know what I'm saying? Put your hands on that damn board. I said, Dad, please. He said, put your Stevie, I ain't gonna say it one more time. I put my hands up there. That motherfucker took off that thing. And my cheeks were showing in them underwears, them little kids. Look at his butt. Ah! As soon as they got loud, he took advantage of that. He hit me 8 times. I swear to God, by the 4th time, I was speaking Swahili. He beat me so bad, I went back to the ancestors. Ah! Umbele! 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 Shit. That shit hurt. Yo, I never experienced any ass whipping like that. And I learned from that shit. And you know what he did? Now sit your ass down. Because he don't cuss. He don't say ass like that. See, now sit your ass down. When he get in that mode, he like a soldier. You know what I'm saying? And he start ordering motherfuckers. He told Miss Lucas, Miss Lewis, is it? Because he can't never say your name. It's Miss Lucas. He's like, Miss Lewis? She's like, yes, sir. Come on back in here and teach. Is he okay? I was, oh my God, don't go over there and pet him. Go ahead and teach. Teach, teach, teach. She was looking like, she started grabbing his stick. She was like, and John Moss was standing there with the belt staring at me, mean as hell, looking at her. Them kids was like, it was the worst day of my life. But I'm going to tell you something. He must have beat me real bad because none of the kids teased me. They felt sorry for me. In fact, the girl I liked, she gave me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which was nice. But anyway, that's that story. And I never fucked up in school ever again. Ever again. That motherfucker gave me the fucking purple rain before Prince was even out. Fuck that. I just remember that story. I'm like, damn, that's what I was writing up here. I just wrote out the butt out jeans. You know what I'm saying? See, I like talking stuff about stuff, bring it back. Yo. So, damn, it's an hour and 18 minutes. All right, I got 2 more stories, all right? This next story we're going to call Gopher Dan. This shit happened when I was working. Remember I said I had a second story about like with the grandma, the nasty grandma? This is the second story. I'm at this job for a year, right? I graduate from like being a normal rigger, like, you know, tying down cables for stuff, heavy stuff to get lifted up. I graduate. They're like, yo, we want you to be a welder. So we'll make you a welder apprentice. So I'm like, bet. So now I'm in the building. I ain't out there in the heat no more. So I'm in the building. And all I do is like sit there, a guy welds, and like he tells me the different types of welds and how to use the weld. And I just have a piece of metal all day. And they pay me big money for this. And I would just do my name with the stick welder and all. I'm learning, right? This guy gets hired at the job. Now, you know how it is, guys. When you at a job, you catch hell in the beginning. And then when you ain't a rookie no more, you one of the fellas. When new people come in, you like, yeah, I made it. Like, yeah. The way they look at other people is like how they look at you. So you like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've been around here. And it was a lot of older people. So I'm one of the youngest people there. So they're like, oh, he must be somebody if he's young and He hang with the old heads. I'm like, yeah. So this guy comes and he's named Dan, right? Now we all had call names because we had these walkie-talkies like the police, where we had to talk in the walkie-talkie because we had to talk to the crane man when we built all this heavy stuff for oil rigs, like platforms and stuff. So it's very dangerous. So everybody had walkie-talkies. We wear these hard hats, right? So everybody had call names. So my name was Steve, but like they was calling me Scuba Steve, right? Like the Adam Sandler movie, which I just seen like 8 months ago. I'm like, oh, that's where they got the Scuba Steve shit from. So that's what they was calling me. Plus I dealt with fish tanks. They know I like fish tanks and stuff. This guy was called Daniel. So he goes around and like, he's an older guy. I mean, he's an older guy, like trying to do this work. And that was odd. Everybody was looking like, the riggers are young people. And then they graduate and go inside of the place. So when he comes, he's like, he's weird. He's a weird white dude. Like, like it's some white dudes that's like just weird. They weird around white folks. You know what I'm saying? White folks like, if you're weird around white folks, you're really weird. This him. How you doing? Daniel. He always do this shit. Real emphasize his name, Daniel. And he would do this to everybody, right? And he was doing it to everybody every day. And I thought he had like some type of social deficiency or something, because he would do it to us every day. And I'm like, yo, you seen this face yesterday? Like, bro, we're the same people. So he did it for like 3 days until somebody called him and like, hey, bro, you don't have to keep doing that shit. We're laid back here. These guys was from Louisiana. These roughnecks. People that be on an oil rig is wild. You ever seen that show Armageddon with Bruce Willis when the meteor was coming and they be wild and drinking it? That's how it be. These are like, a lot of people call them degenerates of society. But it's fun being around them. You know what I'm saying? I started turning into one of them. They tell us he's working there for like 6 months. Now he's older, so people are giving him the benefit of the doubt that he's responsible. So he's going up in the ranks. So now they bring him inside with me. Now, something happened where some people would leave offshore and go offshore for months, and we would have to fill in and do their jobs. So they like me. They like, Scuba, listen, we want you to do, I can't remember what the job was. They didn't want you to do this job, but you have to have, and it's very safety oriented. You got to go through these classes and go through all this training. Now, I can't swim. I'm just keeping it real. I don't even know if I can swim, but I don't mess with pools and go underwater and all that type of stuff. I don't do that. I ain't did it since I was a kid. Right now, I'm in my 30s at the time. They like, you got to go through water survival training. I said, what the hell is that? And everybody was like, oh, what? Because they tell me the break room, it's break room. So now all they do is they idiots. They're like, oh, water survival training. Oh man, yo, the last dude. You got that Louisiana accent. Yeah, baby, the last man tried that. He died. Remember that guy? What's his name, old boy? He died, right? He died. Everybody like, yep, sure did. He died. I said, shit, who died? I'm scared. I'm so dumb. Because I got to get in the water. I'm going to get exposed. I'm making good money. I don't want to lose this damn job. So they like, you got to do this or you will get fired. I said, for real? Yeah. I said, when we got to do this? You got to go tomorrow. I said, tomorrow? How am I gonna get over there? I don't know where the place at. Oh, the bus come get you. Everything's paid for by the company. The oil company paid for it. Chevron and all of them. You'll go tomorrow. Just come and bring swimming trunks. I said, I ain't got swimming trunks. This them. Just bring shorts then. There I am in the corner. Okay. The whole day I can't even fucking weld right. I'm fucked up. I'm scared. I'm like, I'm gonna drown. Somebody died. Somebody died doing this? Oh my God. I'm panicking. The next day, the bus come and different departments got different people going. Now, everybody that's going can swim. So I'm not telling them I can't swim. Except for the people that was climbing me in that room, in my area, they knew. One of the dudes was Dan. Now, the reason why I called this story Go for Dan, because he would ass kiss at the job. Now, let me pause this real quick. He was an older guy, so he would try to hang around the supervisor who'd be on a golf cart. He'd stand next to him. and he'd look around because he had like the what's them glasses? The Oakleys. The boss had Oakley, so he went and brought Oakley, and he would stay. And like everybody, like, look at Gopher Dan. They started calling him a gopher. Like the boss would be like, "Oh, it's hot out here. I'm gonna go get me a Gatorade. Up here, run, go get the great Gatorade to come back. There you go, boss man." I don't call nobody a fucking boss man. That shit remind me of slavery. I'm not doing that. I call him off by saying, "Yo, what's up, Russell? Mr. Russell? You know, fuck that." You know what I mean? He would just do ass kiss shit, and nobody cared about it because nobody wanted to be around the supervisor. But they were just like, "Yo, you gotta watch him. He's funny." For some reason, he liked me. He was all right with me. You know what I'm saying? And people would clown him, and he didn't know he'd be getting clowned. Like they would be laughing at him. He'd be like, "How's it going?" And he'd walk by and shit all stupid and stiff. So they started calling him Gopher Dan. So that was his call name, Gopher Dan. They put the word Gopher up there, and it'd be his word name Dan. Another reason why they called him Gopher Dan, because he tried to act like he was police. They would call him, they'd be like, "Hey, Daniel, you up? Can you hear me? You got your ears on?" You know, you got that accent, this him. Because they would go, boop, boop, when you let go. He'd be like, "Gopher Dan," all stupid and shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro, just say, yeah. You ain't got to be all police. You know what I mean? So check it out. Gopher Dan goes. We lining up, and we had to take like a little small bag with us, and they had like some accessories they gave us, you know, and they was explaining what the safety stuff was. We had to get these papers filed, and we lined up like soldiers in boot camp. It's like 6 of us. So some of the people are getting different training than me and Gopher Dan. Come to find out, we got to get all of the training things. Some of the people completed some of it. Yo, they're talking. If you drown. Now they're just saying the shit. I don't know, but they're making it serious. If you drown, you have to notify next of kin, or if you die or something, because you and me in an Olympic-sized pool that's 30 feet deep. 30 feet deep, Jesus Christ. I'm scared as hell. You got to sign this waiver. I'm signing the waiver. I'm trying to be cool about it. I'm terrified. I mean, listen, I'm a man. Listen, your life is way easier when you admit that you're scared of some shit. That tough guy shit, I mean, it's serious. Listen, we get on the bus. Just go for Dan, ass kissing ass. You guys can swim. You can swim. You can swim. You can swim. Shouldn't have any problems. He one of them dudes that when you go somewhere, he know everything about everything that's going to happen. They ain't never been to it before. So we on the bus, he just running his mouth. You're going to go down. When you go down, if you get to the depth of 30 meters, which is almost about, 10 meters, which is about close to 30 feet, you got to come up. You got to take tootsie breaths. I said, what the fuck is a tootsie breath? You got to blow out and go up. I was diving champ. I used to high dive in the off of cliffs in Mexico. I know all of this stuff. He's just talking and running his fucking mouth. So I'm thinking, because when we get there, he's still running his mouth. So they're like, yo, such and such, this and that, this and that. You know what happens if you go on and you hold your breath too long? He's like, yeah, you get some kind of, he named some medical shit. And they were like, yeah, he was like, yep, told you. He bumps me like, told you. Everywhere I go, he's following me. That made me mad too. Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to be next to the guy that knows every goddamn thing. First drill they do, and they're not playing with you. They got a helicopter in that shit. A helicopter, like the body of the helicopter. It's some Navy shit, SEAL shit. You got to get in the helicopter. It's on like this rack. That shit drop in the water and flip upside down. You got to sit there until the shit turn green, take the thing off, and then climb out. Luckily, it didn't go that deep in the water. It was like 4 feet. So like when you stand on top of the thing, you out of the water. But just because they were saying, you know, they fly you by helicopter to these landing pads, and you have to do this training. Oh my God, I'm terrified. Now, I'm like, that's the first thing? So this is what they said. They say, you know, you can get in the water first. They said, how many people can swim? How many people can't swim? And before I could raise my hand, because I'm like, oh, they might put me in a kiddie pool, because it was a little pool over there. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I thought I was going to go over there. I just need the certificate. And I don't care. I'm going to be like, yo, I can't swim. Help. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit looked like something in the Navy. It had diving boards in it and everything, right? Before I could put my hands up, they was like, don't matter. We ain't had a fatality in here in 10 years. I said, 10 years? I said, somebody drowned here. That guy, I'm thinking it's the guy from the job. The guy in the job drowned 10 years ago. They put us in the water first. And the first thing they did was we did the life vest test. This is what saved me. The life vest test where you pull the thing and the life vest buck out, like the orange life vest. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Dumb life vest they got with that thing flash, it don't look like nothing when it's deflated. When you jump in the water with that and you pull that thing and it blow up, it's so much buoyancy, it make your whole body go out stiff. You gotta fight to like even move yourself. So we did that first. We was in a little bit of water, like up to our necks. So I was getting used to the water. So they pulled that and then I float up. I'm like, oh yeah, go for Dan, dumbass. Every time the girl was attracted, the lady that was attracted, the instructor. So he like trying to be flirty with her. He's like, oh yeah, this is fun. Oh, you know, all that goofy stuff, like trying to just douchebag shit. Anyway, right? So I'm in there floating and shit. I'm getting comfortable. Then the next thing we do is this. We got to jump. They said when we jump into the water off the oil rigs, that's like 30, 40 feet up in the damn air in the middle of the ocean. If that shit catch on fire, we got to run. And then we got to get to the end, stop, and do our hands like this and jump. The water was like 10 feet. They had divers and wetsuits in there. So they catch you when you go in there. I always went last. So now I'm seeing, you know, I'm already in the water. My body is like adjusted to temperature. I'm not as scared as before. And I say, oh, they helping people up. So 3 of the 6 or 8 people that was with us, me, Gopher Dan, and then this other Spanish guy. He went first, Gopher Dan goes second, I go third. Guy jumps in there, boom, he goes to the bottom. They grab him before he even starts swimming up. They're like, good, good, good. And they helped him up. I'm like, oh, that's easy. All I can do is just jump in there, hold my breath, and then they'll pull me up. Gopher Dan goes, boom. I go, boom. Easy. Now I'm underwater. I'm not scared of the water no more. Hey, this is kind of fun. The helicopter's next. We get in the helicopter. It's a bench seat. 2 people sit over there. 2 people sit over here. One of the guys was scared. He said, I'm not doing that. Because they showed it. They show us a movie. Boom, they show it going over. They show what can go wrong and stuff. We put the harnesses on us. I give them credit. They was nice with it. They came down and it turned slow. So it turned slow. You had a chance to hold your breath. I was right next to the light. I'm not dumb. The door right there, right? So the door is off. So like you don't have to pull the door or nothing. Went under. I closed my eyes, concentrated, because when it flips over, it turns dark in there, right? I see the green light. Go out. I'll blow a little bit of air out. I follow the bubbles, because they say you follow the bubbles. I kick off. Ain't nothing but 4 feet. I kick off, swim like probably like a foot, kicked my legs for like a foot. I moved up with the bubbles. I grabbed on the side and I climbed out and stood on top of the thing. They let me out. I passed that part. That was my fear. After that, you couldn't tell me shit. Now I ain't scared. Fuck this. I conquered it. I am man. Hear me roar. You know what I mean? I think one of my balls grew 1 hair on it. That's how manly I felt. You know what I'm saying? So listen. The next challenge they give us is the chair challenge. I don't know what the fuck this was about. They call it the Duncan chair. It was like 2 chairs next to each other, like something on a waiting room. You know, like they had those chairs, those plastic chairs, and they be on that metal beam, and they next to each other. It was like that, but they had a lever on it, and they pull it, and you fall backwards. You had to take off the seatbelt and then swim under it, and then just stand up. The water was not deep. It was like 3 feet, 4 feet deep, like a regular pool. So it's like you're sitting in there and the water's already up to here, and then they pull it like you just go backwards and you just got to swim upside down. Now I'm thinking I ain't never went backwards, you know, where the water go up my nose. I don't want to die. So I go first, Spanish guy with me, and then another person had to do this. So they go for Dan. I go under, boom. Because they asked it, hey, you ready? Ready? You sure? Yeah. I said, come on, let's go, man. Boom. Me and the guy go under. We get up. We slap hands. Oh, we made it. We got 1 test left, right? Gopher Dan goes. He makes it. He gets up. Nah, they wouldn't let us use nose plugs. We had to do this without nothing. That's what was scary about it. The last test, the water was like 20 feet deep. It was like a small area to pool, but it was like a deep drop. They said, you got to get up on the thing. It was like a 5-foot like thing up there, like a diving board. You got to jump on the diving board. You got to jump down with your hand like this, right? And it was a 5-pound weight belt we had. You got to jump with the weight belt, and the weight belt make you go down like 10, 15 feet. And then you got to start swimming up to the top. And there's divers down there that'll pick you up. It has to simulate when you fall in that water from that height, the pressure hits your body and try to knock the wind out of you. They got to make sure your legs are hitting the ground the right way to create a splash zone for your body that go through the water without getting hurt. Gopher Dan goes first. This motherfucker jumps off this thing. He don't come up. I see I'm looking down there and I see he can't get the belt off or something. And I see all these black bodies, these people swimming over there to him. They bring him out the water, right? He not drowned, but he damn near he was. His swimming trunks came off. When they pulled him out, all you saw was an untanned white ass. When they pulled him on the side of the thing, he was laying over there. They put a towel on him. They tried to give him CPR. He was awake. He was like, stop. Why did they let me see that? I'm scared now. I'm terrified. I'm like, I'm going to make it through this so I can go back and rip his ass in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there. I'm like, okay. The way the belt was, it was like a T. And then like it would go through this little slot and then you turn it. And then all you got to do is just bring it up, relax, and then turn it and then take it out a little notch. The belt falls and you go up. So I'm like, I go up there. Before they even tell me to go, I just go up there and I just jump. And I just do it. Splash. I go down and I close my eyes. It's dark. And then, it hits your ears. And I'm like, okay, now I feel good. I thought I stopped moving. I undo it and I just kick my legs. And I start seeing the bubbles like coming past me. And I'm looking up. I can see the thing. I'm like, damn, I'm really swimming. The lady walking up next to me, like swimming next to me, grabbing me and stuff. I'm swimming to the top and shit. You couldn't tell me nothing. I made it out of that shit. So they was like, congratulations. They was like, see, you was scared. You was the best student. They gave me a little certificate and shit. Gopher Dan ain't getting nothing except his life back. We went back. I clowned him so hard. This motherfucker wanted to fight. They wound up firing him the next day because he cussed the supervisor out for clowning him in front of everybody. I clowned the shit out of his ass. He wound up quitting him, but he was missing a lot of days. So, but that was the Gopher Dan story. Now this last story, we're gonna call this shit food poisoning. This shit just happened. What's this month? This happened in April, like right around the time the NFL draft was. It was on a Friday. Y'all never even know I was doing videos and people never knew it, right? Open my damn window. This light hot. So check it out. I'm working, get off of work on a Friday, 11 o'clock. I want some McDonald's. I don't hardly eat McDonald's. And I don't get food poisoning like that. But when I do get it, it's bad. At the time when I was married, me and my wife is in the car. We stop at this pet store. I pick up this fish tank with her. We driving. Oh, it's a good day. I'm driving. She in the passenger seat. You want McDonald's? Yeah. She orders. I order. Give me a large sweet tea. And I always do dollar menu because I can't take the taste of McDonald's. I ate so much of it. Give me a dollar fry, a cheeseburger, whatever. I get in the car. I eat the cheeseburger. Right? I got the sweet tea sitting there. I eat the cheeseburger. We in line waiting for her food. They give me my food. They tell you pull up. I ate the cheeseburger. I'm so damn hungry. I ate the cheeseburger, right? I'm starting to eat a little bit of the fries. I got the salt and stuff in my mouth. We driving out. We get to the light. I take the sweet tea and crack the straw. I take one gulp of the sweet tea. No, in fact, when I say one gulp, it's like one swig. So it's like 3 or 4 swallows. I'm like, gup, 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 right? I'm drinking the sweet tea. By the time I got to the end, when the light turned green, see how I'm sweating like this? My whole body, when I got to that last swallow, it was like I swallowed like the worst microbe bacteria in the world. That shit went in my body. I immediately started getting hot like I am now. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, why am I hot? the back, you know, we start salivating back here. I'm driving on the freeway going like 80 on the beltway. I'm like, I can't stop. And I'm like, something's wrong. And I'm like, man, I'm getting hot. My body getting hot. And I'm driving and I keep going like this. She's over there asleep. So I'm like trying to like play it off. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have to throw up down here, like in my stomach part. So I'm like, maybe if I just let it digest through my body, you know, a couple of hours of this and I'll get past it. Cause then I'm like, I think I got food poisoning. I'm like, how'd I get food poisoning from the liquid though? I thought you got food poisoning from eating the fucking food. See how stupid I am? I didn't know you could get it from liquid. And it was a ghetto McDonald's too. Get to the house. She got to go and take care of some business. We get to the house as we're driving up the block, coming up Jones Road, which is a long road, right? I start getting lightheaded, like leaning against the door. I'm winding the windows down. I got the air blasting. I come up out my shirt. I'm so hot. So she like, yo, you want me to drive? I said, yeah. I get out the car. I ain't got no shirt on. You know what I'm saying? I got my work pants on, no shirt on. I get around the other side of the car. I'm drenched in sweat. She got the air on full blast. All of the vents are on me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just laid up there, like just breathing hard. I'm like, I'm about to die over some damn McDonald's, right? Anyway, we get to the house. I refuse to throw up because I hate throwing up. That shit hurt. I'm like, I'm not throwing up. I'm gonna lay in the bed. I lay in the bed because like now, when I get to the house, the hot and cold shit is, I'm going through that. So I'm like, let me just lay down under the air, cover up in the covers, lay on my side, maybe it'll go away. About 20 minutes pass. My stomach bubbling. I said, shit. I jumps up. I go to the toilet and I'm standing there like, please don't throw up. Please don't. I don't know why people do this. If you look at the toilet water, it makes you throw up. I'm like, don't look at the water. Don't look at the water. Don't look at the water. Okay. It's coming. I pull the toilet seat up. Here we go. I just throw up and it comes out like projectile vomit all over the toilet seat and everything. And I'm so stupid when I throw up, it makes me, you know, you drunk and then you throw up and your body's just weak. I go to stick my hand down to brace myself and like it's bobbing on the toilet. I grab the toilet, slides across and I throw up. It hits the mirror and every damn thing. It was a mess. When I hit the ground, my stomach was acting stupid. I had to go to the bathroom. I jump up. All of this is happening at once. I jump up. Now the toilet seat was up already. So the porcelain part, I threw up and like slid my hand all in there. I jump up. I'm in my drawers. I jump up. I just rips my drawers off on the side. Half the drawers is that. I sit on the vomit and everything. I'm shitting in the throat. It was a mess. I'm sitting there. Listen, my body was making me do stuff. It was like a detach. Your body was like, you won't get this out of me. And I'm trying to be rational. Like, no. What is this? What? I was so exhausted and glad that my body didn't feel like it was feeling. After I got done shit, and I just fell off the toilet and I just laid there. I woke up, it was nighttime. My wife came in the house. She got the light on. She was like, what the fuck happened in here? You will clean that shit up. I ain't cleaning this shit up. I'm like, I almost died. What the fuck is you talking about? Help me up. She got near me and saw the toilet with all this shit on it. She was like, oh, hell no. Get this up. You can walk, right? Yeah. I said, what the fuck? Damn. And I left out. She left out. I was like, man, look, man, like no compassion at all. Like, damn, if I had seen her, I'd have been like, oh, baby, ooh, I wouldn't have looked at the poop. You know what I'm saying? In the vomit, I would have just grabbed her. Like, you needed help. I was going to render aid. Like, you couldn't return the favor and shit. Damn, what the fuck happened to the marriage vows? I don't know. I guess that's why we divorced. But anyway, those are the stories. Did y'all enjoy them tonight? A minute and 40, an hour and 44 minutes. Did we do good? King Delight, you liked them? Belinda, you liked them? Y'all be having me in here sweat. I like doing these lives, though. It remind me of my childhood and all these stories I had. Y'all good? I might get on here tomorrow. I don't know. I'll be thinking when I get on here like 2 days in a row, that'd be overkill. But check it out, guys. Okay, we got UK in the house. All right. Listen. I enjoy you guys as much as you guys enjoy me, man. It's a pleasure doing these. I look forward to them every weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? So I might do one tomorrow. We don't know. Who knows? But my phone, the reason why I'm getting off now, I usually talk with you guys for a little bit. In fact, I'll do a live tomorrow. I won't tell funny stories, and I don't know what I'll do. But I just want to talk with y'all. That's cool. Y'all want to do that? You just ask me questions. We laugh and joke. Y'all want to do a live like that? I ain't did one of them in a while. That's cool? Okay, we'll do a live tomorrow. Same time. Fuck it. I mean, I got a lot of time on my hands now. I ain't got nothing else to do. But I'm gonna let you guys go because it's so showing up here. I'm at 10%. I don't want this thing to turn off and mess up my YouTube feed. But as always, it's a pleasure having you here. Family is family. You know, it's always love with me. I'm glad you enjoyed your time with me. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Now, I have a video. It's 8:45. The video is just premiering. You guys can go over there and check it out if you got an alert already. I'm going to go ahead and watch it while I charge this phone. But thank you so much for coming out. It's a new video out now. You guys can go check it out. You guys be good. I love you. You take care, okay? How do I turn this thing